welcome your host on Wipeout, Paul Daniels.
Welcome to the show. It's Win or Wipeout time again. It's the show where you at home and our winner in the studio get to go for the star prize. And the losers get to pay my bus fare home. Would I lie? So, who'll get to do what out of these three? Michael Nelson from Putney is a planning manager with a big electrical company. He looks after his wife, 2 sons, 1 daughter, 2 cats, 1 hamster, several goldfish, and his ambition is to live life to the full, but heaven knows where he's going to find the time. Jackie Chapman from the West Midlands is a quality inspector. Well, of course she is. We don't have any rubbishy inspectors on this show. She's a granny, I don't believe it, who loves sport, and she wants to walk from Land's End to John O'Groats. Off you go then, love. Now, if Rail Track don't get their act together, that's going to be the only way to do it. Steve Wilde from Preston is a house husband. He's married to Liz, who is what, in the good old days, would have been called a matron. When he's not busy with the house and their 2 sons, Steve is writing a novel, which he expects to be bigger than Jeffrey Archer. After that, he's going to tackle something difficult. Now, let's play Wipeout. You all right, kids? Yep. You all set to go? What's that monster sitting on the desk, Jackie?
It's a souvenir for my granddaughter. She said it will bring me good luck.
We don't normally mention the kiddywinks. What's her name?
Zoe.
Zoe. Hi, Zoe. Now, have you got your fingers on your buzzers? I have a question for you. The Society of Friends is better known by what name? Michael.
Salvation Army.
Wrong. Jackie.
Quakers?
Quakers. Be positive. The Quakers. Go for it.
The Quakers.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Oh.
Yeah, big surprise, eh? Yeah.
Good guess.
Pardon?
Good guess.
No, it's the lucky little monster, the muscly monster, that's what did it. You're in control, and the first subject is... film star nicknames. These are the answers. Now then, which of these nicknames are associated with film stars? Now remember, you're going to get £10 for the first right answer, 20 for the second, 30 for the third, and so on. Should you find all 11 of the correct answers on that grid of 16, you could win £660 on the first grid. No one's ever done it, Jackie.
The Duke.
The Duke. The most famous nickname, I'm sure, in all of filmdom. That's the Duke. John Wayne, that, you know.
I know, Paul.
Oh, all right.
One of my favourites, the Italian Stallion.
The Italian Stallion. Yes, I'm often mistaken for him. Sylvester Stallone. Actually, I think, you know, he would never get away with that name anywhere else, would he? Anywhere else, Stall One would never have become a famous name in films, would it? Stall One. Go on then.
Bogey.
Bogey. Humphrey Bogart.
And I think I'll pass, Paul.
Pass on £60. Jackie passes across to Steve. Next answer worth £40. You're looking for a nickname, kid.
Fatty.
Pardon?
Fatty.
I'm dieting.
So am I.
Try it. Yes, as in Roscoe Arbuckle, known as Fatty Arbuckle.
Schnozzle.
Schnozzle. Very good.
Scarface.
Oh. I don't like some of these nicknames. It sounds as though you're calling me things. Scarface! Yes, Scarface was actually, I think, the name of a real gangster, wasn't it? Yeah. And we have got a booby prize for you. Okay, just in case you ever do. Scarface. All right? Band-Aid. Stick it up. You'll be fine then, won't you? I can just do you like that. I think, yeah? Happy with that?
Thank you very much.
It's all right. My pressure.
I'll stick with that.
Slippery. Michael?
$1 million legs.
$1 million legs? Yeah, gotta be the Grable, hasn't it? Yeah, Betty Grable.
The Voice.
The Voice. Yes, we've got a couple for that. Richard Burton was known as The Voice, you know, the Welsh voice and all that. And Frank Sinatra was known as The Voice because he did it his way. And Danny Baker, who's known as... It's a voice? Anyway, yeah, what?
Sex Kitten.
You said that very softly. Are you a bit embarrassed by these things?
I didn't want to get Jackie too excited, actually.
Oh, right. It's too late. Her hair's gone curly. Now then, let's try Sex Kitten. Brigitte Bardot.
Sexy Rexy.
Sexy Rexy. Get out of here. Oh, yes, computer says that's Rex Harrison.
Pass.
£300 Michael's got. Passes to Jackie on 60, but this next answer could make it 160. There are still 2 correct answers on the board.
The Platinum Blonde.
The Platinum Blonde. Jean Harlow, you found it. You got £160. Next answer worth £110, and there's 1 correct answer left and 4 wipeouts.
I'm going to pass, Paul.
And lucky old Steve gets the chance to pick it and get himself £110.
The Smile.
The Smile was wiped off your face. And Michael.
The Fiddle and the Bow.
The Fiddle and the Bow. Fiddle and the Bow, any ideas?
No.
Laurel and Hardy. That's who it was. OK, now then. Steve yet to break that duck. Jackie, £160 in the bank so far. Michael in the lead with 410. Alrighty, here we go. Start a question. Fingers on those buzzers. Let's get going now. Which Frenchman was known as the Sun King? Michael's there.
Louis XIV.
You're absolutely right. You're in control of this second grid, Michael. You've got a sporting ambition, you have, haven't you?
Well, I'd really like to beat my 10-year-old son at tennis, but I'm not having much luck at the moment.
Why not? Teach him about the handicapping system. Tell him that all sports have a, you know, the better player has a slight handicap, and take the racket off him. You're in with a chance then, aren't you? Right. Now then, the second grid, what's it all about? It's about Lewis Carroll words, because he's sort of pretty well known for making them up. So look at these answers here. As always, 11 are right, but which of those words and characters were invented by Lewis Carroll? They didn't exist before this writer came along. Which of these words and characters invented by Lewis Carroll? Michael, your first answer is worth £10.
Tweedledum.
Tweedledum. £410 goes back into our bank account, and Tweedledum was invented by John Byrom. Jackie?
Brillig.
Brillig. Brillig. Yeah, pretty brillig.
I'll pass, Paul.
I see. You've got £170 and he's desperate to hang on to it, Steve.
Jabberwocky.
Jabberwocky. Up and you're right.
Snark.
Snark. Yeah.
Frabjous.
Frabjous. Ooh, said the audience. Ooh.
I'll pass.
Oh, well, please yourself. £90, Steve, passes to Michael. Next answer worth £50.
Galumph.
Galumph. Yes, which is a mixture between gallop and triumph, really.
Chortle.
Chortle. Oh, says the audience again. Yes, it's a crossover between a chuckle and a snort.
Is it?
You know, when they get one of them laughers, I suppose, that goes, ha ha ha.
Slithy.
Slithy. It's a crossover between lithe and slimy.
I'll pass.
And you've got £180. Jackie, you've got £170. Next answer worth £80.
Frumious.
Frumious. Sounds very nice, doesn't it? But it actually means a mixture between fuming and furious.
Well, I think Steve's going to be frumious because I'm going to pass.
Oh, dear. Hey, well, he chortled.
Toves.
Toves. That's a creature invented by Lewis Carroll.
Mimsy.
Mimsy. That's miserable and flimsy. Sounds like me on the morning after, doesn't it? Yeah.
I'll be miserable and flimsy and pass.
Michael, love him or hate him, Steve's playing the game.
Yeah. Beamish.
Beamish. This could be the winner. Shame that. Jackie, the odds are 3 to 1 against you.
Vorpal blade.
The Vorpal blade. Yes! Pretty darn amazing. Do you know what follows Vorpal blade?
I haven't got a clue, Paul.
Something about the Vorpal blade went snicker snack. So Lewis Carroll invented the little chocolate bar, didn't he?
Oh,
Yes. You've got £360, Jackie. You're in the lead. Any pets, Jackie?
I've got a blue Persian cat called Mad Max that's deaf, Paul.
That's deaf.
Deaf, Paul.
Well, how the heck do you know a cat's deaf? Because they don't come when you call them anyway. Do they?
No, Paul.
Well, how do you know he's deaf?
Because when you walk in and he's sitting with his back to you, you can touch him and he doesn't know you're there and he jumps.
But that might be... You might have nylon carpets. You might be electrocuting your cat, might you? Ah, people don't think about these things, and neither do we at this time. We play standby handies on buzzeries, and our final question, quickly slithery throughlies, very Lewis Carroll all that, is this. Which French impressionist is famous for his paintings of water lilies?
Monet.
Considering how much money you've lost, I'm surprised you got that, but you're right, Michael. Claude Monet. And the final subject for you is Australian creatures. And the answers are... Now, Michael, this is the last grid of, as you know, the first 3. Highest 2 go forward. So, which of these creatures are found in the wild in Australia?
Cockatoo.
Cockatoo.
Or 3.
Whoa! You got £10.
Bush baby.
Bush baby. A bush baby is African. It's a nocturnal primate. So now Jackie thinks, ooh, heck. I thought the bush baby was Australian as well. Oh.
Kookaburra.
Kookaburra.
It's the Wipeout wine collection. 12 claret and 12 Puy Fumé. Try saying that after you've had one.
Very nice, Paul.
You've got yourself a nice prize and you're up to £380.
Wombat.
Wombat. It's a heavy, short-legged marsupial. So is Ernie Wise.
And I'm going to pass, Paul.
Steve.
Budgerigar.
A budgerigar.
Funnel-webbed spider.
Funnel-webbed spider.
Pass.
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot is a rat-like marsupial, apparently.
Wapiti.
Wapiti. Wapiti is a North American deer. Jackie?
Tiger snake.
Tiger snake. One of the world's most poisonous snakes. When you think about that, the funnel web spider is very nasty as well, isn't it? Why the heck does anybody go there? I want to know.
Sorry, Steve. I'm going to pass.
Jackie's got £480, passes to Steve on £370. Things can now change very rapidly. There are 4 correct answers up there. £80 the minimum price on a winning answer, but there's still 3 wipeouts.
Mutton bird.
Mutton bird. It's a petrel-like seabird, apparently. There's now 3 of each up there. You've got £450. Jackie's got £480.
Pass.
Alligator.
Alligator. Did you ever see a film called Crocodile Dundee? That's what they've got. They don't have alligators. 3 right answers, 2 wrong ones. You've got £480, Jackie, and a green monster. And the bottles of wine till the cows come home.
Taipan.
Taipan.
Yes.
It's a poisonous snake. Another reason for not going to Australia.
I'm very sorry again, Steve.
She doesn't sound very sorry, Steve.
Okapi. Okapi. Okapi.
Okapi. It's an African mammal, like a giraffe, but with a littler neck. Michael, next answer is worth £100.
Flying fox.
The flying fox is a bat.
Pass.
Jackie, you have left on the board a camel and a basilisk. You have to decide which one of those creatures can be found in the wild in Australia.
Basilisk.
Basilisk. If you go to Australia, you will find signs on the roads that say, you know, beware of crossing camels and all this, because they run around. Jackie, oh, I love you, and you've lost it. But you've got the wine collection, and Michael, you came in at the end. You've kept £100, so you'll be going on to play because Steve hasn't got anything but a box of plasters. Well, now I've got to check with the computer to find out who answered the most questions between Jackie and Steve. And I've got to tell you, you did really well, Steve. You answered 10 questions, but Jackie got 11 right. So she goes through the play of the game. Steve, of course, gets the Wipeout and Brolly, by golly. That's it for you. And thanks for playing the game, Steve. Michael and Jackie, you're going on to play the Wipeout auction. Well, after a very painful start to the game for some people, the game moves on. Before it moves on, let me point out a couple of things. At the end of the game, you'll have a chance to win a holiday as well. But, Michael, you get to keep your £100. Of course, Jackie gets to keep her wine. And we're going to decide who's going to play for the big prize. Wish you both nothing else but luck. We changed the rules. There's only 12 answers, and we're going to have a wipeout auction. Michael will be bidding first or saying, Jackie, it's all yours. So let's see the subject before you bid for the grid. It's wrote children's books. Well, let's have a look at the answers. Those are the answers. The computer says many people whose main living is not writing for children have, nonetheless, written at least one children's book. Okay, now there's 8 people up there who have and 4 who have not. Your job is to bid, or to say to Jackie, you bid, but you can bid as many as you think you can find. People what have writ children's books.
2.
2.
3.
4.
Name them.
Prince Charles.
Prince Charles wrote The Old Man of Loch Nagar.
Giles Brandreth.
Giles Brandreth had a few books out.
Spike Milligan.
Spike Milligan, yeah, silly verse for kids.
Terry Jones.
Terry Jones, yeah, wrote lots. Eric the Viking, stuff like that. Right on. You are 1 bit ahead, young man, and of course it's best of 3. What would have wiped him out? They didn't, apparently, write any children's books. So, not according to our research. Jackie, you will now be in charge of this grid, and the subject is countries with most neighbours. All right? Now, let's have a look at the answers. Okay? This isn't about countries that show neighbours, because if it was, we'd win, because it's on about 14 times a week. There we are. Not because it's good, it's because it's cheap. Right. Now, where are we? Which of these countries have borders with more than 7 other nations? So, more than 7 other nations must border onto them. More than 7, okay? Which of these countries have borders with more than 7 other nations? Okay? Do you want to bid or pass?
I'll bid, Paul. I'll bid 4.
I'll bid 5.
Name those 5.
Oh, brother. If you can name all 5, well, the 5 you think you know, and they've got more than 7 other nations on the borders, you're going to play for the holiday.
Germany.
Germany has 9 other countries. You have 4 more to find.
Turkey.
Turkey has 8 other countries. You have 3 more to find.
Russia.
Russia has 14 other countries. You have to name them. Sorry. 2 more to find.
Zaire.
Zaire has 9 countries on its borders. Name 1 and you're playing for the holiday.
Brazil.
Brazil, 10. Wipeout where? Madagascar, Spain, Italy and Chile. China was the number 1 with 16 on the border. Jackie, he came good at the finish. So sorry, sweetheart. You will, of course, be going away with your wine collection, and we'll see which way you're staggering, because you'll be carrying this bright yellow umbrella, all right? The Wipeout Brolly is yours, by golly. And now, Michael, you're going on to play for the holiday. You've already got £100, but holiday time now, and you've got a minute to win it.
This week's Star Prize is a holiday for 2 in Toronto, Canada. A city of colourful ethnic diversity, Toronto stands on the shore of Lake Ontario and is dominated by the CN Tower, the world's tallest freestanding structure. You're just a few hours' drive from the great Canadian outdoors and the breathtaking Niagara Falls. Be there.
So excited. Right, Michael? Together we will succeed here. I feel pretty powerful here about this. I'll give you a demonstration first of all. You'll get a grid eventually that looks like this. See? And then you'll get a question. And the question, you must listen to the question. Some people don't listen. Which of these were hits for Elvis? So I go, oh, yeah, right. Whoa, 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 you see? And I do this, and I run over here, and I see how many I've got. None. Because the question is, which of these were hits for Elvis Presley? You see? And those were hits for Elvis Costello. You must deselect to reselect. You must put a light off before you can put a light on. Get the idea?
Yeah.
And then you run over here, and voila! You have 6. Okay? Elvis Presley hits. Yeah?
Right.
Okay, Michael. Big things are expected of you. These are the aeroplane tickets, okay?
Right.
Wipeout Rubber Band Airlines. Yes? That's what they are. Now then, what have we got for you? Choice of 4. You know the rules. All you got to do is pick one of these. Magnificent film actors. There might be a clue in that title. All right? Community members. Yeah, I think there's a hint there as well. Creature descriptions. I've no idea. And best-selling books. Well, if you're into books, I suppose. I don't know. What do you want? You can have... depends where your area lies. I think that might be political, that up there. I don't know.
I'll go for community members.
Are you a political creature?
Not at all. We'll
Don't you
try
like
it.
going on holiday then? All right. All right. Well, it all depends whether you know it or you don't. If you know it, it's easy. You don't know it, it's very difficult. Community members is what the man has chosen. And this is what you've got to solve. A set of 12 answers. 6 are right, 6 are wrong. Which of these countries are currently members of the EC? Time starts now, go for it. Minute to win it. Go, go, go. Go, go, go. You said. You lied. You lied in his eye teeth. Are you You lied so well, you must be a politician. You've got £100, you've got the airline tickets, you've got a great memory, I'll give you the brother as well. See you next time for Wipeout. Goodbye. Come here. Michael won that marvellous holiday in Toronto, and now it's your turn to have a try by answering this Wipeout question. Just look at the grid and decide which one of these answers is correct. Which one of these canals connects 2 oceans? The Panama Canal, the Suez Canal, the Canal du Midi, or the Corinth Canal? Now, when you've decided which one answer is correct, call 0891 74 74 74 and leave your answer, name and telephone number. One lucky winner will be chosen at random from the correct answers. 0891 74 74 74. The lines will close at midnight on Sunday.